It is Kalonda K, and I have one of the most creative guests with me today, Mr. Akia Kemp, who is joining me right here in our TV network to tell all about his story and his amazing designs that he has sold to celebrities, local businesses, and everyone far in between. Akia, thank you for joining me on today.
Thank you for that introduction. You just made me feel better about what I do.
Oh my
You know
God.
Like,
what you do is not a normal thing. You have, let's get into it. Let's just start, because I don't want to spoil it. I want you to tell your own story. So let everybody know where you're from and about your company, Signature Design Gallery. I almost tore that up.
I know, right?
I keep trying to give him a new name.
I know, right? I know, right?
But no, tell everybody all about your company and what inspired you to start it.
So I'm from here, St. Louis. My company, again, Signature Design Gallery. Even as a kid, I've always been big on art. Like, I've always been an artist at heart, you know. But life steered me in different directions, you know what I'm saying? And just being honest with you, my company really came from a prayer, you know. Like, my whole life I was in the streets, and I ended up having to go sit down.
Okay.
For those who don't know what that means, that means go to jail.
Okay.
and when I got out of jail, I knew that I didn't want to go back to the streets. I couldn't go back.
Yeah.
Because I knew that I was blessed for the small amount of time that I did, for the long amount of hustling I did. You know what I'm saying?
Favor and grace.
That's
and
exactly
mercy.
what it was. I prayed to God, about what I was doing, because I knew that I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing. And one day I just prayed to God, like, God, just take it away from me. Just don't make it, that hard on me. You know what I'm saying? And a few months later, I was in prison.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But when I came home, I just prayed. One day I remember sitting on my mom's couch, and I just prayed, like, God, please give me something. Like, I need something. I'm 30-some years old. I ain't had a job in 20 years. I went to college for a few semesters, but that was about it. And I literally heard God say, go to Hobby Lobby.
That.
Like, it was clear. Like, it's the first time I ever heard God so clear. You know what I'm saying? He said, go to Hobby Lobby. And then I saw this vision of, like, something on the wall with lights on it. And it was so vivid that I ran upstairs, told my mom, like, Mom, I don't know what just happened, but I heard somebody say go to Hobby Lobby.
You on your way to Hobby Lobby.
Man. And she like, go. I'm like, I ain't got no money.
Oh my goodness.
And my mom, she gave me $100, true story. She gave me $100. I went to Hobby Lobby and I just bought anything that I can think of that would have got this vision out. You know what I'm saying? Stopped at the liquor store, got me a half a pint of Hennessy.
Oh my God.
and I literally sat at my mom's kitchen table for from maybe 4 in the afternoon to like 4 in the morning. And I drew this picture of Tupac, and I put lights on it, and I hung it on the wall, man, and it was just so dope.
So your vision was clear then. You knew exactly what you were supposed to be doing.
Yeah, it was clear.
Okay, awesome. So for those who have never seen your work, tell everybody all about what you create.
So it mainly started as, my whole goal was to do like it was a way of making posters, like an LED poster.
Okay.
That's what it started off. That's what I really wanted to do. Like, I wanted to take pictures of people and make them into LED posters. But then I started getting people asking me, can I do their logos? And, can I do their favorite teams and stuff like that? So it ended up turning into a real company. Like, I started making signs for a lot of different businesses. It really, really got big with businesses, because everybody had this was like it was during COVID, matter of fact.
Okay.
The company started during COVID.
Awesome.
And COVID was when everybody started doing their own.
You had no choice but to be creative at home.
So it was like perfect timing. You know what I'm saying? So I just started getting call after call. People brands, people clothing lines, people salons.
Awesome.
And like within like my first year, I had did enough business to where I stopped driving trucks. So I was driving 18-wheelers at the time.
Okay.
And like I drove 18-wheelers for like a year and a half. My goal was to start my own trucking company, but I wanted to get in the field first. You know what I'm saying? So, I was driving trucks and I just didn't like driving anyway.
Okay.
And I started making the signs on the side in my backyard. And I started making more money making
your
signs than I was driving trucks.
See,
and
that's what you call your gift.
Yeah.
Like when it is for you, that's what
yeah,
happens.
man. And you know, and I've been a hustler, so it was nothing for me to quit to do my own. That wasn't scary for me. You know what I'm saying?
So
And
was
I did.
this a talent you always had, or did you have to practice drawing? I mean, when people see your work, they're going to be blown away, because I know I was when I first seen it, and I'm like, man, and you're self-taught.
Yeah,
so
pretty
is
much.
this art just all your
It's
life?
just art. Yeah, it's just art. It's like I always can draw really good. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that part wasn't hard, but I also knew that it's hard to make money off of art if you're not in the right circle.
That
So
part.
for you to draw a picture for someone, because I really got back to drawing when I got in trouble, because I had time to sit down. So I was drawing my kids, and you know, but if to make a portrait of you, I can draw a portrait of you and it'll look really close to you, but it'll take me like a week. And the average person for a picture this size don't want to pay. It took me a week. I got to get at least $1,000 for it.
You
And the
said
average
something
person
for the
don't want
time.
to, the average person don't understand the value of art. So I'm like, how can I make money off art, you know, without spending weeks at a time on it?
Yeah.
You know, and you know, like I said, I prayed, and he gave me that vision, and then it turned into something that I could never imagine. Like I never would have imagined that.
So who are some of the celebrities you have sold your artwork to?
So I've done some work for Shaquille O'Neal, which was one of my favorite clients. Like going to Shaq house.
What
like,
did he have you make for him?
I did 2 portraits of him, and then he turned his indoor basketball hoop to a hookah lounge.
Oh,
And it's called
nice.
Shahookah. So he let me just design the logo for it.
Nice.
And it was like 8 foot wide. Like it was dope.
Nice.
So yep, I did work for Shaq, which was, man, amazing. Like just walking into his house,
I
like
bet.
getting to the gate with the Shaq with the Shaq. Man, it was so dope. It was so dope.
With your art, yeah.
I did a big project for Nelly.
Okay.
He remodeled his studio, and I did like all of the Saint Lunatics. I did a few Dirty ENT signs. That was dope.
Yeah.
I did a sign for Young Dolph Manager, like a little bit after Dolph passed. I
Okay.
did one for Deontay Wilder, who was the used to be the boxer, the heavyweight boxer.
Okay, wait a minute. So how do they like find out how to get an order in with you? How do they locate you to place an order? Because once they see you're gonna want something. I was thinking of stuff like, what can I create just to order?
I know,
like,
right?
I don't even
I
need
get that
anything.
A lot.
But
I get that a lot. Like people be like, man, I want some, I just don't know what.
I don't even know what to order.
Yep, I get that a lot.
Yes.
And I actually get that a lot. And what I do a lot of times, I go to a person's place, wherever they at, they business, they man cave, and I had this thing, man, and it's a God-given gift. Like I've always been good at decorating too. A lot of people don't know that.
Okay,
Like,
that's the other side.
man, I can see an empty room and I know exactly where to put what.
Okay,
You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
Yeah.
And sometimes I just go to people's places and I just look around and I be like, man, something right there would be dope. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And a lot of times people let me just come up with stuff. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
So do they inbox you on Instagram? How do they find you to place an order?
Like 90% of my business is through Instagram.
Okay,
You know,
awesome.
but it's mostly word of mouth. Like,
Okay.
you know, with the Shaq thing, I did something for this guy. Shout out to Alex, my dude Alex. He was one of my first big projects. He actually was the project that made me quit my truck driving job.
Okay.
I drove down to Atlanta. Alex, he's what they call a trucking guru. He's one of the guys who like sell courses on how to start a trucking company, but he's huge.
Okay.
And he remodeled his basement. It looked like a club.
Okay.
And I did like signs all over it. Like
So you just lit that up. So
I lit
people
it up.
basically just inbox you, say, hey, I want this sign, I want
Yep.
this image, this is what I'm seeing, or come to my business
Yeah.
and tell me
Tell
what
me
you
what to
see,
do.
because you're
Yeah.
a creative.
Yeah.
So yes, I mean, well, you know what? I just want to say I am proud of you, because the work that you do, I say, when I look at it, I'm like, this is what big corporations do, but it's just you doing it, you're holding it down, doing the wood, the cutting. I mean, you're making tables as well as artwork on the wall, and it is beautiful. So I want to thank you for coming to
No
talk to me
problem.
today, and then sharing your story, because your story is important in how you get started. So I thank you so much for
I
that.
thank
and
you
just,
guys for having me. You and
Yeah.
everybody here at ITV, like I really appreciate it.
Yes, definitely. So you guys heard it right here on ITV Network. If you need to place an order with Akia Kemp, go find him. Signature Design Gallery. You can find out he also owns Guys with the Prize.
Yeah.
So go check that out as well. So support Black businesses. I mean, all over. So we're doing great things. And don't go anywhere, because we have more in store for you right here in the ITV Network. I'll see you soon.